Two hunters with an elk at the OK-Hickok hunting camp in Oregon's Coast Range Mountains. The photograph shows the men displaying their game beside a makeshift camp amid the trees. The Cherokee Strip Land, run in 1893. The image shows hundreds of people on horseback and in wagons racing to claim available land in the area. Vermilion, South Dakota, after the Missouri River flood of 1881. Local businesses and wooden structures were heavily damaged by the waters, inflicting significant losses on the community. The horse wrangler seated beside his horse in Bonham, Texas, in 1910. In the background, a large herd of horses grazes on the plains, highlighting the economic significance of horse breeding in the area. A blacksmithing class at Forest Grove School in Oregon, photographed in 1882. Men and boys work in front of a wooden workshop, shaping tools and repairing equipment. Interior of a Kansas saloon destroyed by Carrie Nation, photographed in 1901. The venue served as a gathering place for leisure, offering drinks and entertainment. Miners working underground in Virginia City, Nevada, photographed in 1867. They used pickaxes and lanterns to extract ore from rock in narrow, dark tunnels. Inside the Yellow Astor Saloon in Randsburg, California, circa 1900. Men sit at tables playing cards, while others gather around the bar. A cowboy saddling a wild horse in Montana around 1890. The image captures the cowboy's effort to tame the animal, a skill essential for cattle handling. Government pack mules and their handlers, photographed near the Mexican border in 1883. Men pose beside the animals, outfitted to carry supplies on long journeys. A horseshoe curve on the Burlington and Missouri River Railroad near Custer City, South Dakota, photographed in 1891. A wooden car train winds through the mountainous terrain, standing out among the pine forest. A Pueblo native hunter, around 1890. Wearing traditional attire, he holds a rifle and displays the day's catch, a rabbit hanging from his hand. A young Navajo warrior and his mother, photographed in 1873. They stand before a rock formation, with the youth holding a bow and arrows. Gall, a Hunkpapa Sioux leader, at Fort Buford in North Dakota, photographed in 1881. He was a significant figure in Native history, renowned for his leadership and wisdom. A man beside a furnace powering a steam pump that supplied water at McClung Ranch in Kern County, California, photographed in 1888. The equipment enabled water delivery for people and livestock in arid areas, facilitating farm growth. A photograph by William Henry Jackson in Colorado around 1873. Jackson captured significant Western scenes, helping to document landscapes and pioneer communities. The first oil discovery in Mexican Hat, Utah, photographed in 1895. The oil exploration boosted the local economy, drawing workers and investors to the region. An Omaha Sioux dance at Fort Niobrara, Nebraska, held in 1891. This event was part of the local community's cultural traditions and festivities. Men working on track maintenance in Salina, Kansas, in 1867. They use a small handcar to travel along the railroad, vital for inspections and repairs. The International Hotel on C Street in Virginia City, Nevada, photographed between 1860 and 1870. The establishment provided lodging for travelers, miners, and merchants passing through the town during its economic boom. Union Pacific Railroad directors gathered 25 miles west of Omaha in the Nebraska Territory in October 1866. They oversaw construction crucial for economic growth and linking the eastern and western United States. Spotted Tail, a prominent Cheyenne chief, photographed around 1869. Known for his leadership and diplomacy, he was a respected figure among his people. A Kiowa Nation man poses on his horse wearing authentic period attire in 1891. He displays feathers, ornaments, and ceremonial garments that symbolize his people's pride and culture. Pack mule handlers walk down Deadwood's Main Street looking southward in 1876. They are flanked by wooden buildings, including the Bighorn store, as they pursue fresh prospects in the area. Chinese laborers in Tuolumne County, California, pose with buckets suspended from wooden poles in 1866. They used this technique to haul sand and ore as they chased fortune during America's western expansion. Chinese immigrants working at a mining operation in 1871. They used wooden sluice boxes to separate valuable minerals from gravel, a prevalent technique during the gold rush. A group of Mormon immigrants in a covered wagon caravan around 1879. The photograph depicts families traveling toward new lands, hauling their belongings in animal-drawn vehicles. The King's Survey Cruise Camp, photographed between 1869 and 1878. The team gathers beside tents and gear in a mountainous region of the American West. A typical Concord stagecoach used by express companies on western trails. Soldiers stand guard at the site in Hays, Kansas, circa 1867 to 1869. Frank E. Webner, a Pony Express rider around 1861. The Pony Express mail service was tasked with delivering letters swiftly between Missouri and California. A surveying camp in Laramie County, Wyoming, photographed in 1870. Engineers and laborers used it to map the area and plan future railroad and road construction. The Wells Fargo and Commerce Delivery and Stagecoach office in Cisco, California, circa 1868. The image shows multiple horse-drawn coaches ready to transport passengers and freight. A merchant store in Anadarko, Oklahoma Territory, photographed in 1901. Men stand before the wooden building that supplied essential goods to the local community. The depot at Granger, Texas, circa the 1890s. Men and women in period attire wait at the wooden station built for passengers and freight. Flagstaff in the Arizona Territory, circa 1899. The photograph shows stone houses and buildings with people walking along dirt streets. Central City, Colorado, around 1864. Wooden houses and buildings spread across the hills, illustrating the city's rapid growth during the gold rush. Helena, Montana, photographed in 1874. The main street is bustling with wagons and horses as people gather along the sidewalks. Fr. Severs Cash store in Okmulgee, Indian Territory, photographed on May 9, 1875. The establishment served as a trading post for the local community, selling a variety of goods. The port area in Juneau, Alaska, circa the 1890s. Wooden houses and waterfront warehouses served as hubs for commerce and maritime transport. Main Street in Deadwood, South Dakota, photographed in 1877. The busy street features shops, wagons, and people moving among the wooden buildings. Jerome, Arizona, around 1890. Hillside houses demonstrate how the town adapted to mountainous terrain. In the background, a large construction project underscores community growth during the mining boom. Main Street at Valley Avenue in Baker City, Oregon, photographed in 1875. Shops such as the bakery and tobacconist displayed the variety of local commerce, while residents gathered on the sidewalks. Panamint City, California, photographed in 1875. Simple wooden structures form the small community in the valley between arid mountains. The full crew on the Sierra Nevada mountains for the Central Pacific Railroad, published in 1866. The railroad connected the West to the rest of the country, essential for moving people and goods. The Buena Vista Ranch in Kern County, California, between 1883 and 1888. The property grew multiple crops and raised livestock, contributing to the region's urban supply. A wooden, steep-roofed house provided shelter for pioneer families in the region. This style of dwelling was crucial for shielding inhabitants from harsh weather conditions. A bearded man wearing a wide-brimmed hat proudly poses for the camera circa 1880 in Oregon, draping a large set of elk antlers over his shoulders. He rests a rifle barrel on the ground, emblematic of pioneer hunting life. The final massive ox-drawn wagon train, en route from the railroad to the Black Hills, was photographed in 1890. Consisting of dozens of wooden wagons pulled by oxen, the caravan carried vital supplies and goods to pioneer settlements. Successful hunters gathered in front of their camp in 1887. The photograph captures men smiling beside their hung game and rifles set on the ground, marking the fruits of an arduous hunting expedition. Successful hunters gathered in front of their camp in 1887. Such outings were common in the American West and essential for food provision and trade among pioneer communities. Captain Scott's hunting camp on the Washita River Reservation, circa 1895. The image shows canvas tents pitched riverside, hunting gear neatly arranged, and a communal spirit of labor. A log cabin in South Dakota, built between 1887 and 1892. Its timber walls and sod roof showcase the straightforward methods pioneers employed to withstand severe weather. An 1850s prairie schooner, photographed around 1894. This wooden wagon with large wheels was used to haul goods and travelers on lengthy journeys across America's plains. Men with cattle on a ranch in Sierra Madre, around 1900. The photograph shows animals grazing within a fenced pasture set against a mountainous backdrop. A group gathered before a native tent, circa 1888. The photograph features men and women in traditional dress, some holding blankets, while others sit astride horses. Farm laborers in Irvine, California, photographed in 1891. Men wearing hats and carrying farming tools stand amid the harvest, with equipment and wagons visible behind them. Horses and cattle beside a river at Big Dry in northern Montana around 1886. The scene shows animals grazing near a watercourse, with hills and vegetation in the background. The Lion Desert Well, where water was sold between 1890 and 1900. The photograph depicts a simple wooden structure used to draw water from an artesian well. A group of Piegan Native Americans at their camp around 1893. Men, women, and children stand beside a large hide tent, typical of indigenous dwellings. An English-style kitchen in Round Pond, Oklahoma, photographed in 1894. The image shows a simple structure with cooking utensils and people gathered around a table. The Catouet Ranch in Granham County. The photograph shows wooden houses and pasture land typical of the era, where livestock were raised and crops were cultivated. A nearly centenarian Cheyenne woman photographed in 1888. She wears traditional tribal clothing and displays the serene expression of someone who has lived through many stories. Broadway Street in Round Territory, photographed in January 1894. Simple wooden buildings line the main road, typical of pioneer towns. The Round Valley Agency's office and general store in California, photographed in 1876. The simple wooden building served administrative functions and sold supplies. The Lehman Log Cabin, the first built in California's Yosemite Valley, around 1895. This shelter marked the start of permanent settlement in the valley, housing pioneers and explorers. A cattle roundup camp scene, photographed between 1887 and 1892. Men rest around wagons and campfires, preparing meals and organizing supplies. Judge R.N. Stevens, reading the Declaration of Independence to an audience during the July 4th celebration in Nome, Alaska, photographed in 1901. The event brought the community together to commemorate United States independence, strengthening local social bonds. A Mexican wedding in San Jose, New Mexico, photographed by Charles Pierce. Men, women, and children gather before an adobe building, wearing period attire. White Shield and his son from the Cheyenne tribe in Indian Territory around 1875. The photograph illustrates the family bond and transmission of traditions across generations within the indigenous community. Chief Powderface with his wife and son in Hays, Kansas, photographed in 1889. He wears traditional attire while the family poses together, symbolizing the importance of culture and family bonds. A Ute tribal girl on horseback from Utah's Uintah Reservation. She wears traditional fringed clothing showcasing her community's culture and craftsmanship. Colonel Baker and officers at Fort Ellis, Montana, photographed in 1871. They pose before a wooden building in period uniforms, symbolizing the military's presence in the region. A border post office in eastern Montana, circa the 1880s. The simple wooden structure was used to send and receive mail, essential for communication among communities. A happy homestead in Alaska, photographed in 1898. The group poses before an improvised tent in the snow with a dog, demonstrating companionship and resilience. A street scene at Emporia and Douglas in Wichita, Kansas, photographed in 1879. The busy street features people, wagons, and typical wooden buildings of the era. The main store in Canyon City on the Dyea Trail in Alaska, photographed in 1898. The establishment served as a supply point for adventurers and workers traversing the trail. The Wade and Jones Railroad Camp in Whitewood Canyon, South Dakota. The site housed workers involved in railroad construction that spurred regional transport and trade. Loads of corn stalks in Santa Fe, New Mexico, hauled between 1880 and 1890. This transport was common for feeding livestock and producing fodder. A young soldier and his horse on duty at the Cheyenne Camp in South Dakota, photographed in 1890. The soldier's uniform and riding gear were typical of the Army of the era, which upheld order and security.